welcome back YouTubers to my channel of an everyday life of an Aspie. If you're new to my channel, I welcome you all. Basically, I'm AspieAnswersAll, and I'm all about talking about my life journey based on my everyday life of Asperger's syndrome, OCD, depression, anxiety, and the like. That I'm welcoming all on my journey right now, basically to just share what's on my mind and heart right now that I feel is of relevance and importance, maybe to share out with you all, so that you can gain a better understanding about me as well as others like me, so that hopefully when you encounter seeing someone that is like me, that you may be able to sit down and actually talk to them instead of basically excluding them out, shall we say, because in the end of the day, as I've heard so many times in the community of where I've been sitting, that some of these people feel that they feel down and out because they're feeling judged, misread, misconceived, misunderstood, and the like many of us, that we all have our everyday encounterships of what do we struggle with in our everyday lives. So what I'm for to do though, before I jabber on, I'm all about the mental health series. Also, basically, I've been sharing so far basically the introductory about the autisms and Asperger's syndrome's sleeping series, basically, and I just did a quick overview on what I'm hoping to address to you all in the series, basically. And the first one was basically, shall we say, Asperger's Autism series part 1, which is I want to sleep or I can't sleep. That's just a brief tell overview about, maybe, as I said, about the mindset, how a brain works, of this two parts of the brain that I was introducing, the cerebellum and cerebrum, and also the reasoning to why maybe people with Asperger's syndrome, autism, or people are like us, obviously, that tends to maybe fall into those categories, of these problems that occurs. So not further ado though, this will be part 3 of the sleeping disorder problems, obviously. Or I could put this as part 1, I'm not sure, or 2, excuse me, let's rephrase that. And yeah, just basically the next one now is for the sleeping disorders I'm going to address right now is the Nocturnal Lagophalmos that someone's introduced me to share with you all. They're not sure if it's related to us in any way, being autistic and the like, or if it's stress or anxiety, anxious related, but who knows. I've been trying to do my research on this, but I'll be doing more, hopefully, in detail of what I've got here right now for the sleeping disorder. So what is this, how it happens, is a good question you maybe think right now to me right now to address to you all. So what I want to share is basically what happens here with this type disorder is the eyes are lacking in moisture. As we know, eyes need a certain amount of moisture to flush out any bacteria. Our eyes is an important organ to help us to see, perceive light, and just perceive things in general. Like different parts of the eye will obviously transmit signals, as well as just transmit certain everyday reflection to actually send in the back of our brain, to just say, hey, this is what it looks like. But even though we know the mind tricks us, what we see sometimes and now and again. What happens to also though, however, while we're sleeping, if we do suffer from this disorder, however, while it's lacking moisture, sometimes we don't realize that our eyes aren't closed at all, that usually we sleep with our eyes wide open. So basically, while that's happening, as I said, basically it just gets really irritable for us. It might end up drying out, really itchy, basically around the bottom of the eyes, basically, as well as inside the eyes. Obviously, like if we've got long eyelashes, basically the eyelashes might tend to get in the way and really scratch feeling. Also another part of it, for the symptoms of it, I'm going to address to you all, is basically if it continues, we know that it will become a chronic eye problem with that constant irritation, as I said, of the dry eyes, as well, last but not least, corneal scarring. The causes of this, however, of this disorder is basically it will lead to facial nerve issues. Obviously, hyperthyroidism due to the enlargement of basically of our thyroid, and also on a rare cases certain kind of brain tumors that has led to basically either cancer or the like, of basically if we had a stroke or something. Most of the time though, it's thought to be idiopathic, which means basically don't know what it has caused it in the process of it. And last but not least, basically, the treatments is either you've got some eye drops to keep that moisture in. Sometimes, if need be, soft tape on the eyelids while sleeping can maybe help, help us with this problem. And last but not least, in real serious cases, is that, no kidding, someone said to me, is that they may have tiny cold weights weighing down on their eyelids of certain implants that is implanted on them to, force them shut to put us to sleep, somehow one way or another. Well, that is this short part of autism and sleep, basically, of the sleeping disorders of nocturnal lagophalmos, if I'm pronouncing it right. Please help me here for the ones that are following me. If I'm, saying it wrong or whatever, I'm still trying to get my tongue in the right perspective of certain clinical terminology. So I humbly apologize, but, we are all learning from one another, so no judgment here, hopefully from you all. Basically, comment below also if you have heard of this disorder and I've missed out some parts, if you feel that I should actually evaluate more to what you're maybe sharing in the comments if you do suffer from this or not. Would like to hear from you all. Also, feel free to comment below, just to let me know how I'm going. Show me the thumbs up for support and engagement, that you're engaging with me and that you're hopefully maybe liking most of the videos that I'm bringing out, because as I said, some of these are based on my experiences versus my training in general. Also, basically, feel free to share the videos to family and friends, basically, of the ones you feel, like I said, close to your heart to share, to pass on as a motivational, educational tool, or whatever purpose that while you were landing on my channel. Basically, hopefully, I can give you guys a challenge for some of you that whatever you may be suffering from of any mental illness and that you might come on the bandwagon with me and share your stories. No pressure. Basically, it's up to you. Like I said to you all, I'm welcoming you all onto my channel for a reason. Obviously, not to feel judged, criticized, or the like, because obviously, at the end of the day, we all, as I said before, we all suffer from something and we may be able to relate. So it's all about acceptance versus, wanting to just feel loved, wanted, appreciated, and the like. I'm guessing you guys might agree with me on that, because like many people have been agreeing on that term. Also, basically, feel free to follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, to check up on me on my daily, weekly vlogs, or whatever I may be up to at this day and age. Do what you love what you do, love one another, forgive one another. Thanks for your support so far, thanks for your encouragement, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Ciao for now.